Hello, my name is Imogen and this is my video on identity.
Hi, I'm Sophie.
Hi, I'm James.
Hi, I'm Nikki.
Hi, I'm Shannon.
I am part of the LGBTQ community.
I'm part of the LGBTQ community.
I'm gay and part of the LGBT community.
Okay, so I have never said any of this on camera before.
I identify as transgender, male to female.
I identify as pansexual.
I first realised that I was gay when I was really young.
I am the P, pansexual.
I've known that I've been gay for a very long time, although I didn't really know what it was at first.
How did you know you were who you are today? And when did you find out who you are today?
I first found out that I started to discover that I was trans in primary school when I noticed I was different from everybody else.
I first found out when I was about 13. Somebody came to my school and joined my class, and I instantly had a liking for them, and I didn't know why because I'd never experienced anything like it before, so I kind of just followed them around and we became really good friends until we were more than that.
I found out when, just before my 16th birthday, I fell for one of my best friends, as you do. She was straight, as they are.
I was about 8 or 9 when I realised that I was looking at girls and not boys. And I never spoke about it or told anyone.
I've always been told that being gay was wrong, or being anywhere on that side of the LGBT community from a very young age. I wasn't brought up knowing everything about sexuality. I always knew that it was wrong. I always was told, being gay was an issue, although we weren't a religious family.
High school, and I found out that there was a word for it, and that was that I'm gay, that I'm a lesbian, and they're not bad words. They're just scary to associate yourself with when you're like 13, 14.
How do you feel about it all, about what you are, who you are?
I used to prefer playing with the girls at primary school, and up all the way through secondary school I hated myself and how I was.
It's hard. I was having a hard year that year as well.
It's affected me quite a lot being gay, with everyone else's opinions. I've always been commented on my hair and the way I stand out, but because this is how I choose to look, it doesn't really bother me that much. Although when people start trying to compare me to stereotypes or trying to put their opinions onto my sexuality and try and change the way I live my life, it does affect me quite a lot.
In November 2017, I attempted to kill myself because I felt like I couldn't be who I was. And a few weeks after that, I came out to my grandparents and started transitioning.
How did you tell your parents and family or friends?
I finally told my sister. I thought that would go wrong. She gave us a huge hug. I loved it.
I didn't really tell anybody. It was kind of just in a tiny little group to begin with, and I didn't really think anything of it. And then it all exploded when I tried to tell people. My friends at school were okay with it, but my family not so okay.
I told my parents, but I told my mum. She told my dad, and then my brother. When I wanted to do it, it was my thing to do. But I told my other brother, that didn't go so well.
My parents weren't really into that sort of stuff because they were old-fashioned, and my dad had just passed away when it all sort of happened, so it was kind of bad timing and everything went poof.
Being gay with my family has affected me a fair amount, as a few of the family members haven't been really that accepting. Like my grandma and my granddad still don't get the idea of it. I don't mind not getting the idea of it, but when they reject who I am and their love for me because I'm gay, it does affect me massively.
But now everyone's okay with it. I had an easy time telling my brother when I was younger because guys are really protective over their sisters anyway, so he wasn't really too fussed about it. He was kind of happy actually.
I told my other brother that didn't go so well.
I was forced to come out as gay. Originally I came out as bisexual because I thought that my family's opinion would change if I did. I was forced to come out as bisexual really by my school. I sought help by my school and they went back to my grandparents who I was living with at the time and said that I was gay.
And I ended up coming out to my parents after a long time of deliberating telling them, and through really bad depression, anxiety and an eating disorder. And eventually I told them, and it's been brilliant since I told them.
Now we hardly talk to each other.
How has it changed your life today?
I had to go to a doctor to get a diagnosis and a referral to the Leeds Gender Identity Clinic. However, the first doctor I saw just wanted to refer me to mental health because he thought it was all part of my depression.
I would say I'm happy with who I am today. I still try with every power I can to be who I want to be and to empower other people to be who they want to be, act how you want to be, although I'm still set back again with other people's opinions. I'm still set back with what I don't do, which is one of my biggest regrets, is that I don't do what I want to. You know, I don't dress in colourful clothing all the time, and I don't wear a dress in public.
And then I saw a GP in Scarborough who finally diagnosed me and referred me to the clinic at Leeds.
I thought it was a thing that would go away, and it didn't. And
Some people still aren't that fond of the idea, but you know, people learn to love people. I honestly think that everybody should accept it anyway, because it wouldn't be any different if it was never deemed bad to begin with, or anything like that. A lot of people are accepting it more nowadays, which I think is really great, but I fall under the little saying of do what you want and be what you want. So
I get treated differently in shops, a bit more than others because I'm also a wheelchair user, so I'm constantly having to ask for help to get things off the top shelf. Some people are happy and call me she and her. Others misgender me on purpose, even though they can see how I am. But not everyone in life is happy.
Do you have any advice for people who want to come out or are trying to come out and don't know what to do because they are scared, or people that are basically people that are trying to come out?
But overall, I had a great experience, and I think if you love someone, go for it. Whether they're gay, whether they're not, whether they're guy, whether they're girl, whether they're trans, go for it.
I don't believe in putting a label on things. I think that everybody has it in them. Everybody is anybody can fall for anybody. It just depends if you're open to it, which some people are and some people aren't.
Although still I do worry about other people's opinions in the way, I don't dress the way I want to, I don't act the way I want to in most cases, because I'm still worried about other people's opinions and how, there's always the violence as well, and if someone doesn't like what I'm doing or how I'm dressed, I don't want there to be any violence through it, and it's still quite a big thing, violence towards the LGBT community.
Since I've came out and started transitioning, I'm a lot happier about who I am. I still have some depression, but I'm nowhere near as depressed as I was.
I've become more confident, and I don't have this weight on my shoulders anymore that was pushing me down. And I've become the most confident version of myself I've been in a really long time.
I haven't actually gone through any transitioning process. I've just started my, social transition.
I'm happy, I'm healthy, and there's days where I'm not. And there's days where I hate that I'm a bit different, or that I know I'm not going to have the traditional big wedding that everyone thinks I'm going to have.
It really does, it doesn't matter about other people's opinions at all. if you're happy within yourself, you'll be happy around everyone else. As RuPaul says, if you don't love yourself, then how are you going to love anyone else? And you really do need to sort of have positive thoughts about how you look and how you act and what you are. And just don't let anyone get you down. And it's a very hard thing to say and to even do. But other people who say bad things about you or what you do, they don't matter. All it does is the people who love you and who you are.
You have my support. If you're not out, that's okay. No matter your sexuality or your gender, you're valid. And there's nothing wrong with you. And be who you are when it's safe to do so. And don't put yourself in a bad situation, because that's just not good to do. Hope this is okay.
Thank you for watching my video.